presenting Detective Nick Harris in a salute to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you Detective Nicholas B. Harris, chief of the internationally known Los Angeles detective agency bearing his name, in one of his dramatizations of true-life crime stories, proving to the youth of today the folly of committing crime. Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. Ladies and gentlemen, time and again I have repeated the statement that crime does not pay, whether the criminal is one who has committed murder or petty larceny. Still, he cannot win against the combined forces of a decent social order and the law enforcement officers. And the story I have chosen to now dramatize serves to once more emphasize the point in question. So, as we draw back the curtains of this true-life drama, which I have entitled A Young Shoplifter, let us trail the career of a young girl who got started down the wrong road of life. For the purpose of this story, we will call her Pearl LeShay. I first heard of her one spring afternoon some years ago, when the tingling of my telephone bell... Hello?
I'm sorry, Mr. Harris, but Mr. Newell insists she must talk to you.
Well, all right, put her on.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Here she is. Mr. Harris?
Yes, Mr. Nuzzo, what is it?
I've just caught a very young girl stealing a pair of silk stockings.
Well, turn her over to the police.
Oh, but I don't want to do that. She's so young, and the owner of the store says he will not prosecute.
Well, then take her home or let her go.
Mr. Harris, I think something could be done with this child. If you would talk to her or her family, won't you go with us to her home? She's crying, and I can't do a thing with her.
All right, Marie. I'll meet you in front of the building in 10 minutes. A petty thief with uncontrollable love for pretty things, I suppose.
Mr. Harris, here are those papers in that case. I got them just as quickly as I
Yes,
could.
thank you very much. But put them on my desk. I've got a call to go out.
Yes, sir.
This is Marie DeNuzzo. She's got a young girl shoplifter and wants me to see what I can do.
Oh, Mr. Nuzzo again?
Yeah, and I hate to turn her down. Any person Marie wants to help is usually worth helping. And this time, well, we'll see and make note of any calls while I'm on.
Yes, sir.
All right, Pearl. Come along with Mr. Nuzzo and me right up to your doorstep.
I'm awfully sorry, sir. I'll never do it again. Honest, I won't.
We hope you mean that.
Oh, I do. But, Mr. Harris.
Yes? What do you want?
Do you have to go up to the door to my house with me? Can't you leave me here on the walk? I hate for Margaret and Blanche to know.
Better your family know than the police.
Listen, Pearl, and don't cry. You said your mother was a widow and that she worked daytime. Well, she won't be here now. And your youngest sister, Blanche, won't understand much about it anyway. Oh, come along, my dear. We're only trying to keep you out of more serious trouble.
But you see, Margaret, she sort of takes care of all of us while Mother's working. And she's older than I am, and oh, if she just didn't have to know.
Yeah, but she's going to know, Pearl, so come along with us.
Pearl, what's the matter? Why, you're crying.
Oh, Margaret.
Your name is LeShay, Margaret LeShay.
Yes, who are you people?
I'm Marie DeNuzzo, special department store operator. This is Detective Harris.
Oh,
We're just bringing your sister home.
Yes, Miss LeShay, instead of taking her to jail,
jail?
she was caught stealing a pair of expensive silk stockings. More expensive than I imagined she could have paid for.
Pearl, come into the house this instant.
Margaret, don't be too hard on me. I didn't mean to. I didn't.
Get into your room and stay there. Just you wait till Mom gets home. She'll give you a good licking that you won't forget.
I'm sorry we had to do this, Margaret.
Oh, I'm sure that Pearl will never do anything like this again.
Miss LeShay, it's because we hope she won't. Because we hope that this scare may be the only lesson she needs that we brought her home to you. Now, the responsibility is mostly yours and your mother's. Come, Mr. Nuzzo. I've got to hurry back to the office.
All right, Mr. Harris. Goodbye, Margaret. And I hope everything turns out all right.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Months pass, and all thoughts of Pearl LeShay, the young shoplifter, have vanished. However, one afternoon in the late fall of the same year...
Mr. Hempstead, you asked me to come down here to your store. What do you want to see me about?
Well, Mr. Harris, I have a cashier whom I believe is taking money from us somehow. So far, I haven't been able to actually catch her at it. I have strong suspicions. I wonder if you'd shadow her and see if there's anything to it.
Surely, Mr. Hempstead, where'll I find your suspect working?
It's the main floor at the cashier's box, along the hosiery counter.
Very well. I'll go outside now and come back in from the street. I'll simply be a shopper. Understand, Mr. Hempstead? So it's Pearl LeShay again. Well, I'll have a little chat with her and see what... Hello, Pearl.
Oh, Mr. Harris, what are you doing here? Checking up on me?
No, just shopping. I happened to see you, so I thought I'd speak to you.
Oh, sure.
How do you like your new job?
Oh, I like it lots. I've been behaving myself, too, just like I promised I would.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Pearl. Just keep straight and you'll never regret it. I've got to be going now, so goodbye.
And goodbye, Mr. Harris.
The Monarch department store had a new clerk, Mrs. Lillian Brooks from the Harris office, and this special operative noted that Pearl LeShay forgot to ring up several sales. However, as yet, Lillian Brooks hadn't discovered the girl's method of making away with the money not registered. But after working hours, detailed to shadow Pearl when away from the store were Lulu Lane and Hazel Gordon, two other special women operatives, and as they began their vigilance, they noticed...
Hazel, look. She's meeting someone. That chap with only one arm. See the grin on his face and the happy smile on hers? Yes. Who is he? Do you know him, Lulu? Oh, that's Charles Stevens, a baby rat, Hazel. He works at the department stores on the lookout for young girls just out of school. He's been up several times on such charges.
Well, he seems to be a very good friend of our little suspect right now. Come on. There they go into the crowd. We're following that pair all night if necessary.
The following morning...
Hello?
Mr. Harris, this is Hazel Gordon. We've trailed Pearl LeShay nearly all night. She didn't go home until almost 4 this morning.
Anything else, Hazel?
Yes, she's going with Charles Beavers. They've hit all the night spots there's time for her. Dancing, drinking, all the rest. Then he took her home to a new place where she seems to live alone. No clues yet.
Okay, keep right after.
And the morning following that...
Yes? What is it?
Hazel Gordon again, Mr. Harris. Lulu Lane and I followed Pearl LeShay again last night. But it's the same story. Around his ice box with young Beavers. That's all.
All right, Hazel. Don't give up.
Several nights of vigil by the two women investigators brought nothing more to light. But during working hours, Pearl LeShay was not so successful in hiding her undercover activities. For Mrs. Lillian Brooks, the operative posing as a new clerk, made a startling discovery.
And now, Miss Lane and Miss Gordon, Pearl LeShay puts the money she fails to ring up in a small cardboard box under the counter.
Oh, so that's it, Mrs. Brooks.
Yes, she keeps her makeup there, too, to hide the coins.
Pretty clever.
But every once in a while, usually about this time of the morning, she goes to the restroom and there destroys the sales slips which balance against the amount she steals. She also transfers the money to her person.
Look, she's leaving the counter now.
Yes, and the little cardboard box is under her arm. That's our cue, girls. Come on, let's go and get the proof. And there'll be 3 of us who can testify as witnesses.
Mr. Hempstead, so you refuse to prosecute?
Yes, Mr. Harris. That girl, well, blame it. She's a darned young one. We'll let her go. She can't work here anymore. No, sirree, she can't do that.
Another year passed, a year in which no word of Pearl LeShay was heard. Perhaps the little shoplifter had reformed. But one day, reappearing out of a clear sky, Pearl was once more seen by Lulu Lane, seen and trailed as she was entering one of Los Angeles' smartest department stores, and her companion was the debonair Charles Jeevers.
Is this the floor, dear?
Yes, Charles. Oh, here comes the clerk now.
May I help you?
Yes. You see, we're going to be married soon, and I'd like to select a wedding gown.
Oh, a wedding gown. Won't you step this way, please?
Certainly. Come along, Charles.
All right, darling.
Now, here are several lovely gowns that I'm sure you'll be interested in.
Oh, that one. Charles, do you like it?
Well, Pearl, I believe I prefer that one there.
Well, then I'll try them both on and see which you like the best.
Yes, just step this way, please.
All right, then. We'll leave it that way. We'll make the $5 deposit now, and tomorrow I'll bring my mother down to see the gown. I'm crazy about it
That
myself.
wedding gown,
but...
where is it? Have any of you clerks seen it?
Honey, hurry. Let's get going. The head saleswoman's wise, I think. Come on.
Oh, yes. We'll be back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Miss Harper, have you seen that gown? That pearl-trimmed wedding gown? Oh, it's gone.
Why, it was there, in the dressing room, just a moment
No,
ago.
you must be mistaken. It's nowhere to be found. And I have a customer ready to take it. A debutante, one of our most important customers. She saw it yesterday and she wants it. Oh, where is it?
I don't know, but I do know that gown was there. That young woman who just left, the one with the young man, well, she just tried it on. It couldn't have vanished into thin air.
But it has, and we've got to find it. That gown, Miss Harper, was valued at $500.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, you may guess, and rightfully enough, that Pearl LeShay stole the wedding gown valued at $500. But how did she do it? And how was she caught with the goods upon her own person? Well, remember, Miss Lula Lane saw every move of what you have just heard enacted upon our radio stage. And therefore, but suppose we bring you the conclusion of this story next week, because there's a strong moral lesson yet to be pointed out in the case of Pearl LeShay.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard another true life story brought to you by Detective Nicholas B. Harris, internationally famous Los Angeles criminologist and chief of the detective agency bearing his name. Although this was a true story, fictitious names and places have been used throughout this narrative. The story was dramatized by Howard W. Bull and produced under the direction of Carolyn Carroll with Wesley Turtelot at the organ. Mr. Harris wishes me to thank the following cast for their participation this evening: Olive Thomas, Mary Ryan, Gertrude Harris, Helena Reagan, Betty Carmine, Lenore Thompson, Robert Moore, Elizabeth Bates, Marion O'More, and Earl Hurst. The Nick Harris program will again be heard over this station next Friday evening at 8:45. We invite you to tune in at that time and hear the concluding episode of the true crime story, The Young Shoplifter. This is Frank Russell speaking. Presenting Detective Nick Harris in a salute to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, once again we bring you Detective Nicholas B. Harris, chief of the internationally known Los Angeles detective agency bearing his name, in a dramatization of one of his true crime stories, proving to the youth of today the folly of committing crime. Ladies and gentlemen, often I have repeated that the criminal cannot win in the long run. And this evening, as we continue to unfold the true life account of Pearl LeShay, the young blonde shoplifter, we shall see more clearly than ever the truth of my statement. Now, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Russell, and good evening, everyone. You will remember last week that Pearl LeShay had an overwhelming desire for things that were pretty. An expensive luxury which as a young girl she had been denied. And so Pearl fell into the habit of picking up from department store counters such articles as high-priced silk hose, costly hats, and many similar items. Last week we traced her early career from a petty theft of an expensive pair of silk stockings to a more serious offense of shortchanging a large department store. And we finally left her in the act of stealing a $500 wedding gown from one of the city's smartest stores. But as Pearl LeShay left the store, with a frantic saleswoman trying to trace the lost gown, Lula Lane, one of my best women operators, followed. Out in the street, Miss Lane approached Pearl LeShay and her shifty, one-armed escort, Charles Devers.
Pearl, hurry up. I think a woman Dick spotted in the store. I don't know, but...
Oh, I ain't afraid of them. I've had dealings with them before. And besides, Charles...
Can the chatter and come along with me quick.
All right.
Wait a minute, Pearl.
Oh, what do you want, you?
I want that $500 wedding gown you've got stuffed inside your clothing. Come with me. Both of you. If you try to get away, you won't make it. There's a plainclothesman watching us now.
Might as well give up, Pearl. They've got us.
Okay, Miss Lane. I remember you from before. But someday I'm going to shake you for good.
Pearl LeShay, I sentence you to 6 months in jail for attempted theft. Charles Devers, this court can prove nothing against you at this time, and so you may go free. Case is closed. And thus Pearl LeShay, innocent-looking blonde shoplifter, served her first jail term. During this period, downtown Los Angeles department stores breathed a combined sigh of relief. But during her incarceration, I instructed my operators to become thoroughly familiar with Pearl's features, and upon her release, Hazel Gordon again took up her vigil. Now aided by Isabel Carpenter, another shrewd woman operator, one day the pair spotted Pearl sauntering along Broadway, dressed smartly and made up to kill.
That's Pearl LeShay there, Isabel. That blonde with the Hollywood swagger and the thick coat of war paint?
Yes, she looks like she's working in pictures, doesn't she? You know, that extra girl attitude. Here I am all dolled up. Look me over.
Well, from that past record of hers, she's up to something, you can be sure.
Yes, but what?
Come on, Hazel, let's follow her. We've trailed that girl for 5 hours, Hazel, and we haven't seen a single suspicious action.
No, she just keeps going, does a little honest shopping, and stops at nearly every drugstore she passes.
At nearly every drugstore she passes. Say, Hazel, do you think she may be up to something with the drugstores now?
Oh, I don't know, but it's a hunch worth following up.
Yes, I think it is. Come along. We'll go in the next drugstore behind her.
Now, wait a minute. You go in behind her. She doesn't know you yet, and she knows me. Oh, we have had dealings before, you know, Isabel. Now, go ahead and keep close to her. I'll keep my distance and meet you later on.
All right, here goes.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Give me a 10-cent bottle of paregoric, please.
Paregoric? Certainly, ma'am.
Oh, so that's it. She drinks paregoric, the whole bottle. I'll trail her farther on and make sure.
Yes, lady. What will you have?
Paregoric, the 10-cent bottle.
All right. A bottle of paregoric.
Clerk, give me a 10-cent bottle of paregoric, quick. Please hurry.
So, Pearl LeShay is a dope addict.
Well, Mr. Jerome, I didn't expect to see you here in this store.
Hello, Estelle. What are you doing? Keeping an eye out for shoplifters?
Well, Christmas is a good time for them. Besides, I do have a little shopping to do myself.
Yes.
Jerome.
What? Oh, Hazel and Isabel. Well, what are you two up to?
Oh, we've been trailing Pearl LeShay again, Mr.
Pearl
Jerome.
LeShay?
Yes, and Isabel found out why she stops at nearly every drugstore she passes.
Well, tell
She
us about
buys a 10-cent bottle of paregoric, goes to the ladies' room, and drinks the contents of the bottle.
Then she's a dope fiend.
Yes.
I see. Well, why are you two here now?
Oh, well, Pearl's in here somewhere, but we've lost her.
Well, get back on her trail. I'm just shopping, but Estelle and I'll keep our eyes open, too. Now, you two had better cover one of the other floors. We'll stick here on the main floor.
All right, Mr. Jerome. We'll find her again if it takes all day.
Good, reliable pair, those two, Estelle.
Yes, and you can see those two are worn out tracking down that blonde shoplifter.
Mr. Martin.
Yes, Miss Denning, what's the trouble?
Those girls, the two over there by the mirrors. I don't know for sure, but I think I saw them take a $20 hat from its pedestal.
What?
Yes, but I don't know where they put it. Why, it simply vanished.
All right, Miss Deming. You come with me.
Just a minute, floor walker. I'm a Harris detective. What's the matter here?
A detective?
Yes, and this young woman is Miss Graham, department store operative. My name's Jerome.
Well, then those two girls over there by that mirror near the hat counter. They've hidden an expensive hat somewhere.
Mr. Jerome, what shall we do? We haven't any actual proof. Yet Miss Deming saw them.
All right. Now, don't you or your clerk do anything. Just leave them to us. Come along, Estelle. We're shopping. You're the wife, and I'm the shop-worried husband. Come on, we'll go closer. Can't see their faces yet, Estelle.
I wish they'd turn around.
Well, go ahead and pretend to be looking at these hats here. I'll watch them.
Okay. Oh, look. Did you see that, Mr. Jerome?
Yes. Pretty slick. She slipped her old hat on that rack and put a new one on her head. Come on, Estelle. They're turning, ready to leave. We'll get them now.
Mr. Jerome, that girl stole another one of our hats just then. I saw her, and I'm going to grab her.
Just a minute, Mr. Floorwalker. Don't you know there's a law in this state that says an arrest for shoplifting can't be made until the suspect has shown intent to take, steal, and carry away the article in question?
Well, isn't that intent enough?
No, not until she takes it out of your store. Now, stay here. My operator and I will get her outside.
Mr. Jerome, look. That face. Is that the face of that girl,
Yes,
the blonde one?
it's Pearl LeShay. Come on, let's get her. All right, you grab the other girl's arm. I'll take care of her.
Okay.
What's the big
Oh, calm down.
And you, Pearl LeShay, come along with us. We want you and those two hats you just took from the store.
So Pearl LeShay was once again arrested and convicted on charges of theft. And once more she went to prison. Her younger companion, in whose blouse was found the $20 half purse stolen, was sentenced to juvenile hall. And so twice, the young blonde shoplifter beat the law. Twice she had gone up for brief terms. Another year passed. And then, with reports of stolen dresses coming into our office from other department stores, I detailed Estelle Graham. She was put back on the job. This time, she put to use a brand new idea. And this is how it worked out.
She went into that fitting room, Miss Graham.
I see, Mr. Jones. And you say you first saw her wearing a salesgirl's apron with a sales book in place, carrying the frock that way.
Yes, and I don't know that girl. I'm a floor walker here, you know. And I know on sight all of our clerks.
It's probably that Pearl LeShay again. Follow me. I've got a little gadget fixed up in all the fitting rooms here, Mr. Jones. Perhaps we shall discover something.
Miss Estelle Graham and the floor walker tiptoed to a secluded spot behind the fitting room just entered by this new suspect. And standing on a chair, Estelle looked into a small cylinder of an ingenious periscope she had fitted out for this very purpose.
You were right. It's a steal, and it's Pearl LeShay wrapping that frock around her waist. I'll nab her outside.
Now, Lieutenant Parker, that rent receipt we found on Pearl brought us here. But under the doorbell outside, the name listed was Pearl Farley.
The same Pearl LeShay, says the landlady, Mr. Jerome.
But, Lieutenant, what about all these stolen luxuries here? Gowns, coats, jewelry. I wonder why she didn't sell them to a fence.
She didn't need to, Inspector. The landlady told me that Miss Farley, as Pearl LeShay called herself here, did sell these things. She had a swell trade with all the movie extras from Hollywood. Here, Mr. Jerome, is where they got their fancy wardrobes.
So that's it, huh? Sold this stuff to the extras, and probably dirt cheap, too.
That's right.
And thus, Pearl LeShay was put out of circulation for a third time. And after her release, nothing was again heard of her. Until about a year later.
Guess this is the place, Lieutenant Parker.
Yeah, those Case brothers who robbed telephone boxes of nickels, dimes, and quarters gave this address for Ed Farley, the guy they said sold them the master key to open telephones.
Farley? Farley? Say, that brings something back to my mind. Come on, let's knock.
Oh, no answer. Here's a pass key.
Fine, let's have it. Well, nobody here. Let's look around, Parker.
Sure.
Wonder where this Ed Farley kept those... Wait a minute. What's that?
A dame.
Pearl LeShay.
Oh!
Lieutenant, after her. Get her. Little devil, she's trying to get away. Pearl, get away from that window.
Get away from me! Take your hands off
Inspector,
me!
she threw something out
What
of the
was it,
window.
Pearl? You might as well tell. We'll search below anyhow.
Oh,
Come on.
Mr. Jerome. I don't want to go in stir again for that.
For what? I didn't ask you that. I want to know what you threw out of that window.
High pose.
Dope again, eh, Pearl? Well, come along with me. Right now, we want to know something about master keys that fit telephone coin boxes. You stay here and search the place, Parker.
And this nearly ended the case of Pearl LeShay, who was exonerated on the telephone coin box charge, as she gave us information leading to the arrest of the maker of the master telephone box keys. But several months later, the final chapter of the blonde shoplifter was at last written in San Francisco. A telegram came through to me from that city, stating simply, Pearl LeShay, former morphine addict, now cocaine fiend, jumped from window of a San Francisco doctor's office, died instantly, a suicide. And that's all. And so, as I say to the youth of today again, this case also proves that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard the concluding chapter of another true life story brought to you by Detective Nicholas B. Harris, internationally famous Los Angeles criminologist and chief of the detective agency bearing his name. Although this was a true story, fictitious names and places have been used throughout this narrative. The story was dramatized by Howard W. Bull and produced under the direction of Carolyn Carroll, with Wesley Turtelot at the organ. Mr. Harris wishes me to thank the following cast for their participation in this program: Betty Carmine, Olive Thomas, Mary Ryan, Lenore Thompson, Marion O'Moore, Earl Hurt, George Conkling, Lawrence Travers, and Eric Loring. This is Frank Russell speaking.